Okay. It has been a long time. It's been a while since I've been able to do one of these, at least a month. But here's what we're doing. I'm so stoked right now. It's been decades that I've been wanting to go over to Europe. It's finally, I've gotten close a few times. It's never happened. So I'm pretty excited to know that in about an hour and a half, I'm going to be boarding a plane to London, England. Awesome. Starting out with a pre-flight meal of Chick-fil-A, and my chicken loves me, and that's special. Moving on. So for my first ever trip to Europe, we're taking an overnight flight from Orlando MCO to London Gatwick. We basically leave out of here about 9 o'clock in the evening, and with the time difference of 5 hours, we arrive at 10 a.m. the following morning. Without ever having flown to Europe before, I've never been on a flight for 8 hours. I think 4 hours is the longest I've ever been on one. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but I'm pretty pumped on adrenaline, so I think I'll get through it no problem. Just so excited to get over and see Paris and London. And now that we're boarding, it is time to get this show on the road. I'll definitely hand it to British Airways. This was one of the more enjoyable flights I've ever had. In spite of the fact that it was 8 hours, they definitely keep you well fed. And I gotta admit, the food was really good. It didn't look like much, but it was actually quite tasty, I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that they give you headphones, they give you a pillow and a blanket at every seat makes it for a more comfortable ride as well. The seatback monitors offer a ton of entertainment, everything from television to, not live TV, but television shows, the movies of all kinds. They offer games, trivia, all kinds of different things to keep you occupied during the course of your flight. I was able to sleep a little bit, but not quite as much as I had hoped. I would knock out for about 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. But no long periods of hour-long sleep, so that made it for a very, very long travel day. So apparently England is a real place. It actually exists, because I am boots on the ground in England for the first time. We just landed a few minutes ago, and now we're heading towards passport control. I guess they're going to control our passports. So that's where we're headed next. But this is pretty awesome. I'm kind of geeking out right now. And I'm actually here after wanting to be here for I don't even know how many years. So I'm excited. Got a train ticket heading to London, St. Pancras. But we are slowly figuring out this train thing and how it works. So it's going to be kind of learning on the fly for both London and France. France, of course, is where we're headed later today. That's why we're trying to get to St. Pancras to take the train to France. So to Paris specifically. Sorry about my voice. I'm tired. Didn't sleep much overnight on the flight. So my voice always gets hoarse when I get tired.
West Hampstead Thameslink, St Albans City, Harborne, Luton Airport Parkway, Luton, Leagrave, Harlington, Flitwick and Bedford. This train is formed of 12 coaches.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, on number 4.
So we have arrived at St Pancras, the main train station in central London, and it's just as much a mall, as you can see here, as it is a train station. There were dozens of shops and stores, and there was even a grocery store, restaurants, sit-down restaurants. It was a pretty big deal, pretty interesting. Took a stroll through some of the shops since we had a couple hours until we had to get our train to Paris. But the the train ride from Gatwick to St Pancras wasn't too bad, about 30-40 minutes. And now we're on the long walk out to coach 15 to get on our train to Paris, which will take about 2.5 hours. And we've officially made our way out of Gare du Nord, the main train station in this section of downtown Paris. And we are about 2 blocks from our hotel, the Hotel Albert Premier. And we're going to make our way there now and get checked in. The first 3 nights we were in Paris, we stayed here at the Hotel Albert Premier. It was nice, just keep in mind the rooms were really, really small. Barely room enough even for the bed, much less to get comfortable access to our luggage. But again, no complaints, not dissuading you from staying here. It was nice. We enjoyed our time here. It was just kind of some cramped quarters. And a lot of these hotels have been retrofitted with elevators that didn't have them previously. This is an example of one. This is probably the smallest elevator I have ever been in. Even without our luggage, 2 of us could barely fit. At this point in our day, it's been 24 hours since we left Orlando, and we've traveled to London and to Paris. So now, as our day winds down, we had to get some food. So we found this little cafe about 2 blocks from our hotel. Started out with some peach tea and water, and just had a really nice little time at this little corner cafe. French onion soup and a ham and cheese sandwich with fries and a salad. So we just finished eating our first place we tried. I can't catch the name of it. I forgot the name. It is Paris Nord Cafe. Paris Nord is right. That's actually Gare du Nord behind us, the main train station. It's right across the street. So what did you have? You had your onion soup. Not to be confused with French onion soup. Because you're actually here, it's just called onion soup. Yeah, we figured that out.
And some bread that was...
No, she said it got a wink when we were inside. But she said... Oh, there you go. Yeah, and I had a sandwich, basically, like a grilled cheese with ham. It was amazing. It was really, really good. You know, it's good when you're like licking the fork of all the crumbs at the end. So yeah, a really, really good choice there for our first
great travel day.
To bring it into our first really long travel day, almost 24 hours. It's getting close to being a 24-hour travel day for us. So at this point, we're going to go back. We're going to run by a market, pick up some water for the room, and probably go and crash because we got a big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow.
Come on with us.
All right, see you then. On this size or that size? Yeah, I think so. Remember to stay hydrated. And that brings an end to our first night of our trip here in Paris, France.